Good morning, welcome to casa.texpina. We're on build day number 131. It's Monday and the start of a brand new week. Welders are here and our labor crew are here. So we're getting started. So far today, something you can expect. We're going to be looking at doing the molding for the archways of the front porch and a little bit more plaster coating up in the media room. And the welders are continuing with the fabrication of the steel floor framing from the guest side of the house, working back towards the foyer entrance area. In the back, I've got a couple masons and carpenters that are working on the fence that adjoins the neighbor's fence as well. They're continuing to work with that, making closing the spot that's left open. So they're going to finish that up, so we'll have a complete fence hopefully by end of day. And we'll also have carpenters on the side of the house continuing with the fiber cement board wall cladding. So I'm going to walk you guys around, show you how things are going, and let's get started. We're starting out up here this morning with Mr. Romy. He's continuing with the plaster coating on the inside of the fence line, and he'll be working his way around today. Okay, over here on the side, we've got two things going on in this location. One, the carpenters, Mr. Jojo, is working the front entryways here, the arches. We got the concrete moldings in on Saturday afternoon. I'll go run over here and show you what those look like. So we'll walk across. So this is what those front entryways are going to look like. These were custom formed, custom molded just for us. They took the pattern off of the mold or the forms that they used for the archways. I remember seeing that video back, I believe it was 121 or so, and that one's been done. So they used that as the mold, made the concrete moldings that are going to go across the front. Mr. Jojo has already got these the wires and nails in place to help support it when he does the plaster coating behind it, the mortar behind it, and push it up on there. Okay, let's go ahead and go back. And over here on this side, Mr. Allen and crew are getting started with the fiber cement board here along this side. Cruising along. Mr. Jojo here is the one that was working the front, and these are the moldings. So they've got he's making adjustments, getting the size just right with the grinder, and they'll go put those into place. All right, here on the back fence adjoining the neighbor's fence line, we are up to full height with the fence, with the hollow block. And we are starting to work the forms to go ahead and pour the columns, the fence posts that are going to go here. We'll go down to that end here in just a moment and check on Mr. Carlito, see what he's doing. Here on the extension of the fence line. We're going to continue with the fence at full height all the way across this opening. They had to tear out some of the previous block that they had put in place. It was going a little bit to the wrong direction, actually going along to where it was going to intersect on the back side of the fence line, and we want to come along the side of it. So what they're going to continue with this, they're going to put concrete down here at the bottom, and once that gets formed in, then they're going to continue up with the 4-inch hollow block and make this all line up very nicely. All right, coming into the house, Mr. Jericho is continuing with the door frame for the office, plaster coating, getting the rest of it smoothed out. We're continuing to work the steel floor framing up here above the guest bedroom side. All right, now we're cruising upstairs. And these guys up here are continuing to do plaster coating. First place one is continuing, is here in the hallway, the half bath for the media room. Mr. Wilson is continuing the work that Mr. Ben started on Saturday. And over here in the hallway to the attic is Mr. Joel, and he's getting started with the plaster coating along this side of the stairwell. So this is in the closet side, which we're no longer using as a closet, it's more of a hallway now. And then they will continue with this piece down here, going down the staircase at a later point. Also up here in the media room, actually heading out into the attic space, Mr. Jonah Spider-Man has returned, and he is continuing to work the prime coat on the metal. As you can see, just being out here for a little while unprotected, we do have some rust spots along here, so that's what he's putting the paint, prime coat paint on it, and that'll help protect that metal from rusting while we don't have a roof on it. And Mr. Jojo is a fast worker. He's already got these the ones on, the molding on for the front archway. It's got a near perfect fit. So what we're looking at is right here along the edge. They had concrete molding custom made to the archway. And this is a continuation of the arch from here on the outside, from the doorway. And we're going to continue this same arch inside, going in between the foyer and into the living room. All right, so the on the fence line here, the course correction has been made. We've got the new course all lined out. They've already done the hollow block adjustment at the bottom, and we're now starting to put in some of the newer blocks in the right locations to make sure we're in the correct location, and it's all going to be smooth along the edge. Alright, so the connection has been made. We got the 5-inch blocks on the bottom, and we're all straightened out again. So the fence line is going to come straight along the edge. As you can see, we've already made the transition to the 4-inch block. This will be the top of the 6th course, hence the tie rod that will go in the middle. And then Mr. Carlito is going to continue going up the rest of the way this afternoon. This is Mr. Pablo. He's helping Carlito out, doing all of the backfill, making sure to fill in the back spots. All right, this afternoon, just after lunch, got back. The guys are still forming the columns that they're going to be on the corner here, as well as this one here. And you see Mr. Alex way down there. He's doing the other column. Let's go look at it from the other side. Okay, so this is the other side where Mr. Alex is working on the forms for the fence. He's gonna look like this guy here, just like this. They're gonna form all 3 sides and one in the back side here, so the wall is good for the neighbor's side of it as well, or at least on that side of that post. All right, and we're still working this one, so we're up to 6 courses. They're connecting the tie rod you see there, and then they're going to continue working the rest of the way up. I believe we're going up to 11 courses of hollow block. And that'll bring us up to the correct height of the fence line. All right, Mr. Jericho has finished with the edging and cornering here for the door going into the French door going into the office. So both sides look good. And he will come back when they get ready to plaster this side, and they'll plaster the back side of this as well down the edges. All right, since he's done with the door, Mr. Jericho is on the outside. Makilabas. All right. So he's doing the finishing already for the plaster coat above the door. And let's back up a little further and see what Mr. JoJo's finished product looks like. Almost there. We'll put a little bit more plaster right here in the middle when he gets to the fine stuff. And there he's working around on the edge. So this is on the north side of the porch. This is going to be a nice touch. All right, let's go take a look over here on the south wall. We're going to follow Mr. Allen here and see where he's putting all these fiber cement boards. And big cat Mr. Romy over here is continuing to work the plaster coat on the inside of the fence line. I didn't do that. That was Miss Emie. She's an instigator. All right, the welders have been working to continue the floor trusses for the attic steel floor framing. They've got this one here done. One that's just behind those sets of purlins. I'll see if I can get a better shot from above when I walk up the stairs. And from the staircase going up into the media room, you can kind of see where these steel floor frames are going. All right, let's go ahead and take a look upstairs. Mr. Jerome, did you order this rain? Was it you? Yeah, that's what I've been singing too. Rain, rain, go away. All right, cruising along in the bathroom here. Mr. Wilson. And see where Mr. Joel's been. Morning, afternoon. Might got Panapon. Oh, we're cruising. Going along well. Getting ready for the smooth stuff, huh? Okay. All right. Let's go take a walk out here on the attic floor. See if I can go anywhere else. Nope, still out just to this one spot. I don't trust myself on the purlin, so I'm not going to try that. But I don't see Mr. Jonah, the Spider-Man, doing any of the painting. So I think the welders are taking a break yet. They don't really want to come back on, as we've got quite a good rainstorm passing through, a couple little thunderstorms. So they're leaning to the safety side and gonna stay off the roof for a little bit. Hey guys, let's go do a walk around here. We're almost at the end of the day. It's about 4:30. These guys are getting ready to start wrapping up. Wanted to start here on the outside with the front entrance. Mr. JoJo finished all three of the front entryway arches, and I believe they all look very nice. So this is it here, coming around. They will smooth those corners out when it gets around to the finishing stage. Same thing on this side. See how this one was already finished out? That looks good. Starting to go here. All right, and Mr. Jericho finished the plaster coating around the door. And over here on this side, inside of the fence, Mr. Romy and Mr. Gabby were over here doing the plaster coating for the inside of the fence wall. They were going to continue going this way tomorrow. So tune back in for that. All right, and Mr. Allen here has been, there's Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen's been working on all the wall cladding, the fiber cement board wall cladding. So we've come up a couple of rows here, a couple of courses if you want to call it that, and some on the side as well. Okay, big push for today was the fence. Finishing the fence wall. So this fence wall is up to height, and we have closed the gap here. It is done. So the next thing we're working on is putting concrete in these columns. So the last one's going to need it is this fence column here, and that'll probably be done tomorrow. All right, so we've got another floor truss that's been put in since this morning, and they continue with the other two, extending them all the way over the bedroom number 2 area. All right, let's go see what these guys have been working on upstairs. Tomorrow? All right, he's going to work on the stairwell starting tomorrow. Mr. Wilson had been working all of the bathroom, so I'm guessing he will start working tomorrow to work on this wall here around the door frame. Okay, and Mr. Joel was working this wall here today, so we've got a nice smooth entrance into the attic space, and all the walls, the rest of the walls here in the media room have been plaster coated. All right guys, it's past yabba dabba do time. Everybody's already buckled up and headed out. We were sticking around talking to the engineer for a little while, finalizing some or getting some rough ideas for the kitchen cabinets. We'll see those in the coming weeks. Okay, the rest of what went on today, we closed the hole in the wall that was in the fence in the back. So we went through that today. They went from knocking down the blocks to putting in the 5-inch block at the base and working their way up with the 4-inch through there. Got everything up all the way up to the top 11 courses of hollow block. So it's now even across the top of that back fence. So the next thing they have left is to put in, I believe, 2 fence posts. So they're going to be starting to work on those tomorrow. Tomorrow we do have intermittent power interruptions. We didn't say a complete power out. The power company did tell us they're going to be doing some intermittent work. So we may have interruptions throughout the day. We'll have to see how that goes. Hopefully all the crew shows up and we can continue with the welding of the floor joists for the steel floor framing above the guest side of the house, as they are getting ready to make that turn again, going from the guest side of the house up to the, as the engineer, going up to the above the garage area. So they'll continue working on that tomorrow, hopefully. I believe that's about it. We got some plaster coating done. We will see you guys back here again tomorrow for continuation of steel floor framing and more plaster coating, and we'll see some other work that goes on. So if y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the casa.texpina star right over here and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen. You'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again tomorrow for build day number 132, y'all have a great afternoon and God bless. Monday, Monday, so good to me.